In terms of the Indian democracy, it is democracy in chaos.
Welcome to Mumbai. With more than 1.2 billion people, India is the world's largest democracy. Indians are generally pro-American, but also independent.
Made up of diverse people speaking different languages, India has managed to remain unified, and today it is one of the world's fastest growing major economies. However, despite its success, India faces poverty, corruption, unequal access to basic services, and tensions between its many peoples that has erupted into violent acts of terrorism and given rise to right-wing nationalism. With this in mind,
We wanted to know what Indians thought about American ideas about democracy, so we decided to ask them.
India is viewed as a country, but it's actually a continent, right? It's almost like a European Union.
There are 36 states, so each state has different language.
There are thousands and thousands of dialects. It is difficult for the country to be taken as one at all given points of time.
It's sort of a miracle in the making that such a diverse country can still survive despite all the chaos all around.
You are bound by that ethos that, okay, we are one, we speak differently, we dress differently, but we are one people.
By the constitution, India is a secular democratic republic. The problem happens when the parties pander to various religions and castes.
Politics is a very dirty part of India which makes people very bad.
Our constitution does guarantee equal rights to everyone, but that's not how it plays out sociologically.
Historically, India has never been equal because there has been untouchability in the country.
According to scriptures, they say that there are four castes, and the last caste, that is the Shudras, were historically oppressed and supposed to be untouchable. While I would say that untouchability was completely abolished constitutionally, it takes time for whatever is written in law to actually permeate the way people behave with each other.
The Indian constitution has been viewed as more progressive than the polity, which is, in some senses, the majority of which is conservative.
India has too many cultures, too many religions.
Imagine a polity of over 800 million voters.
There are close to 500, 600 political parties in the country. And these are parties that have local affiliations that are caste-based or religion-based at most times. You can't keep everyone happy at all points of time.
It has always been unwieldy for the administration to tackle everything at the same point of time.
They're finding it difficult to control the emotions of the majority community here. And that creates, or rather perpetuates, the conflict that we are looking at.
But at the same time, despite whatever has been reported in India and the foreign press about how democracy is perhaps on a decline in India, the population in general wants to see democracy thrive.
So help me figure this paradox out. 88% of Indians said that American democracy sets a positive example for the world, and yet a very large majority also said the US should focus more on the flaws in its own system and not on other countries. Why do you think that is?
There's always been a certain positivity towards America because it is still the land of opportunity, and it's still, the shining light on top of the hill.
A lot of people in India have someone or the other either working or studying in the US. And they seem to see it as some sort of a place where you can go and get better prospects for employment.
I love New York. I love the American people. Though at the immigration they sounded a little stiff. They don't want us inside, but then once you enter inside, the people are also warm and cool.
The other thing, of course, is the soft power, what you say. The mainstream American media is available here for everyone to watch, be it on the local cable or through Netflix or Amazon Prime.
No doubt India has been able to retain its culture to a great extent, but we are falling a prey to US, UK.
It's United States, it's a superpower at present in the world.
Did they use their superpower for good or for evil?
The strict actions which they are taking against the terrorism is very good.
One of the things that India usually worries about when it comes to American foreign policy is Pakistan, because that's a major thing for us in terms of security over the border.
9/11 defined an entire generation of America's experience of terrorism. India has faced not just one, but many acts of terrorism.
Strict actions, or impositions should be put on these nations which support terrorism.
India has made it clear that US should not be supporting Pakistan. And of late, India feels positive because Trump had said that he would withdraw the aid money.
I think we live in a global world. We are all interdependent on each other. We cannot have an authoritarian position where I'm superior and everyone else depends upon me, and I'm not dependent on everyone.
There is this perception, true or false, that America does seem to meddle in other people's affairs and think that its form of democracy is the only pure form of democracy, and has gone to war with other countries over sort of imposing that form of democracy, whether or not that culture is ready for it.